Now, I know everybody knows this nursery rhyme. So Miss Hines is going to read it for you very quickly. So we have Jack and Jill. Jack and Jill went up the hill to fetch a pail of water. Jack fell down and broke his crown, and Jill came tumbling after. All right, so as you know, you should have your yellow tracing book, at least 3 paper clips, your pencil, which should be sharpened, and you should also have your tracing card. Now, remember when we open our tracing book, you have to be very gentle. And I want you to try and remember to turn it page by page. So notice Miss Hines didn't do this and grab 3 pages at once. I turned 1 page at a time. 1 page at a time. This means that when I get to the last poem, which should be Mistress Mary, I should only be turning 1 page. I'm going to press down so that it kind of creases the book. And then I'm going to try, aha, I got it. And only open up 1 page. We know that we take our tracing card, slide it in, and then very carefully put the paper clips on. All right. Now again, as Miss Hines said, I am folding the book just so that you can see. You are not folding your book. All right. Perfect. So now I'm ready to go. I'm going to zoom in a little bit so that everyone can see what's happening. So our first line says Jack and Jill. So we know that names must start with a capital letter. So we have a capital J. Try and join on your letters as much as possible. Try and follow the direction that Miss Hines is going. Notice when I stop and I go back around and then I close up the letter. And notice that I'm taking my time and I'm holding the book so that it doesn't move all over the place. So we have Jack and Jill. Next line says, went up the hill. I really want you to try your very best to take your time when you are writing or when you're tracing. Up. Then we have the word the. Lift off, and then we cross. We have the word hill. Lift off, and then we dot that I. So we have Jack and Jill went up the hill to fetch a pail of water. So let's go. So do you notice that the first 3 lines we have written or we have traced so far start on the extreme left side of our page, and then when we get down here to the 4th line we have a finger space or an indentation, and the word of is over here instead of on the left. Remember, before you start writing or tracing, you must always make these little observations first. Lift off, then we cross the T, little word, the word we have the word pail. So the word pail is another word for a bucket. He went up the hill to fetch a bucket of water. Another word for bucket is a pail. Right? Of, lift off and cross. Then we have water. Now, as you continue to practice your tracing, you will notice that you are able to trace faster and faster. However, Miss Hines will say it again, it is not a race. So the next line comes back out here. So we have Jack fell down. Oh dear, poor Jack. Jack now remember, you should be reading as you are writing. Fell down and broke his crown. So in this nursery rhyme, the word crown is another word for the top of his head. The crown of your head is the top of your head. Broke his crown. So he broke his crown after he fell. He hit the top of his head. Oh dear. Next line. And Jill came tumbling after. So Jack fell down. He hit the top of his head. And then Jill came tumbling down the hill right behind him. Oh no. Keep going. Almost finished. Two more words. The word tumbling is a long word. Let's see if Miss Hines can start it and get all the way to the end before she stops. So we have T, U, M. You notice Miss Hines is moving her hand across. I'm not taking my pencil off the paper. Moving my hand across again. Look. L, I, N, G. Then I lift off, cross my T, dot my I. Last word is after. And a full stop at the end. All right, now we have a very interesting looking pattern. It's the same over the bridge and under the bridge, and it's overlapped, but this time it's a little different. So we are going to do over the bridge first. So look at where Miss Hines is putting her pencil. Now remember last time I said I wanted you to watch first and then pause the video and try it. So Miss Hines is putting her pencil here. I'm going over the bridge, over the bridge. Remember what I said, I want you to say that in your head until you get to the very end and you switch to do the other pattern. So you should keep saying over the bridge in your head. until you get to the very end. Then we lift off. So just to show you, I'm going to take off this paper clip. See how we have the over the bridge pattern? All right, I'm going to put back on my paper clip just to make sure that my page doesn't move around. And now we're going to do under the bridge. So look at where Miss Hines has her pencil now. So we're going to go under the bridge, under the bridge, under the bridge, under the bridge. Say that until you get to the very end to make sure you don't go on to a different line. All right. Now, as you know, Miss Hines is going to zoom back out a little. As you know, my favorite part is taking off the paper clips so I can see if I did a good job with my tracing today. I'm going to carefully take off my paper clips. And we're going to read the poem one more time before Miss Hines takes out the card. This time I'm only going to use my eyes. I'm not going to use my finger. So we have, Jack and Jill went up the hill to fetch a pail of water. Jack fell down and broke his crown, and Jill came tumbling after. All right, here we go. Whoa. I hope yours looks as good as mine or even better. And the next poem that we're going to be practicing is quite funny.